Oh.
So I proceeded to go ahead and I cut my hair. And I thought that was the end, y'all. But not only did he want me to cut my hair and not wear a weave, he said, I don't want you to comb it. I want you to lock it up. I'm like, lock it up? You talking about locks? Like dreadlocks? Y'all, I was like, oh no. But again, I wanted to be obedient and I did it. It was a reason why I had to do this. Everybody have their own special process. This was my process, and God was really healing me inside out. It wasn't really about the hair. This thing was internal. Yeah. If it was hard for me to do that, and all it was just hair, that came internally. I cut it off. I got my locks in. Y'all, it was a process, and that thing, I felt like I was withdrawing, like I was on drugs, and I was like, no crack, no, no relaxers, no nothing, just like, gee whiz. And I couldn't comb it, I couldn't do all that. If you have locks, if you're natural, you know the process when you get locks. Fast forward. Now I'm feeling like 5 years I had these locks, and I'm going to show you guys a picture of when I cut my locks off. But I remember God saying, now you can cut them off. Because I got to the point where it's like my healing came and I didn't even realize it. I was confident about myself. I was coming into my own. I was like, I like this. I was all natural. It felt so good. And as soon as I got comfortable, like, whatever, it is what it is, God told me to cut it off. But prior to that, let's go back. When I was growing out, the first stage of my hair locking, guess when God decided to send my husband during that time? Me. I had locks, y'all. I had just started my locks, so you know you can't comb it. It's looking rough. And you hear that word rough, almost got somebody's head cut off. Me. So I'm gonna let him tell you how he came to my house, y'all, and saw my hair.
It was a different, because remember you were exercising too now. So you told me that
go ahead,
when you
clean
sweat.
It up for everybody.
No. I'm not trying to clean it up. I'm just telling you what you told me, but this was after. Okay, so this is not nothing what
tell your part.
My part is that when I saw her hair, of course. Now I grew up, being around, sisters who had, they had long hair, straight hair, and she had the long straight hair too. You had long straight hair too, baby.
Yeah, it was weave.
Before you would. Okay, well, see, I didn't know that. So I didn't know nothing about no weave and all that stuff like that.
It was weave.
But anyway, my sisters, they grew up, I grew up with two sisters, and of course, they always had long hair. My mom had long hair. So that's all, that's basically I've been around that all my life, really, actually. So fast forwarding to, this process and seeing her. Now, I can't remember if I saw you before we even got connected, whether or not I think you had your weave in your hair then. We was in the
I had weave.
Okay. So even with that, that kind of, it didn't even dawn on me then. But now that I think about it, I'm like, okay, yeah, you had long hair then. So
it was long and curly.
So anyway, I did not know. I had no clue that she was going through her process, her transformation. That she was going through a transformation about herself and loving herself and learning how to accept who God created her to be. And she was in that process. Of course, I did not know. I didn't understand what was going on in that degree because I wasn't even focusing on that, to be honest with you. I was just basically trying to focus on us. But at the same time, I remember her, I think she had just got through working out or whatever the case. I think it was something like that. And I came over to the house, of course, and I saw her hair and I looked and I was like, Now, it looked different from the time that when we went on our first date, which was our first at the 2030. That was our first outing. And it looked real cute then. She had a nice style and real short. short.
y'all.
That was her locks, but it was short. It was
where's my picture? It's right there.
Is that it right there? Okay. Well, y'all, we go.
That's our honeymoon right there.
Well, I mean, still it was right there when we had
I
the.
don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
Dusty, but yeah, those are my locks right there. They was actually growing out.
But she had a style, y'all. She had a style very nice. So one day, you know, when I came to her house, you know, and she had just finished exercising. It was, you know, it was puffed, you know. So I made this comment, not knowing what I was really getting into. Yeah, I was walking into a danger zone here, right? I said of the sort, I said, I said, your hair look kind of rough. Something like that. I think I said rough.
You said, he looked at my hair, you say, can you take this out or can you comb it or something like that?
Did I say that? Okay, that was real cruel.
That
was real cruel. I'm sorry.
No, I can't comb it. It's locked.
Now, this is when we're courting.
I said, I can't comb it. It's locked.
Right.
So then he said,
I don't know nothing about no locks.
I said, why? So now I got straight attitude,
yeah,
right?
I mean, it's like, yo, I'm going to tell you something.
So he's like, it just looked kind of...
You talking about the Exorcist 5, 6, and 7?
He said...
the only thing she didn't do...
No, wait a minute. You ain't finished telling them.
What?
Tell about how... Tell myself, it just
I just said it looked rough.
And boys like...
And what she did, she looked...
Come back.
She did a little bit of that. But anyway, y'all, let me tell you something. She looked at me, and you know how. See, a man knows when he don't did something wrong. If he in the spirit now, he know he don't did something wrong, because when that wife, you know, she don't look at you, but she has that little look on her face, like after she don't heard something that she don't like what you just said. Boy, look at him. I just saw her whole countenance change. And it was like, okay, you know, she put on that quiet treatment too, you know, that quiet treatment, like, you know.
The silent treatment?
Yeah, she didn't say nothing. I mean, the conversation was okay before that, but then after that, it was like zip. I mean, nothing. So then, you know, oh my God, okay. So then the next thing, you know, and to be honest with you, you know, I was like, okay, I didn't know that she kind of took it the way she did, but, you know, I didn't say it the right way either. So I remember that when I left, and
did you call me?
Yeah. I called and she didn't answer the phone. I called again, she didn't answer the phone.
I was hot, y'all. It was like I had already made my mind. This is
like
the one. This is not God.
Now she started judging that.
Because we can't. I said if you cannot.
She said if I can't accept. But hold on. And then I called again. That's 3 times, and I don't think you answered the phone to the next day. It was the next day. Next day, y'all. Next day. She didn't answer the phone till the next day. So I'm like, what's going on? You all right? And then the next thing you know, she's bored.
You thought I had to go around my head.
Let me tell you something, y'all. When she got finished with me, I didn't have no head on my shoulders. You hear me? It was rolling down the steps in my apartment, right? And I had to go try to help somebody. Please help me find my head, because, boy, I mean, my head was chewed off. For real.
Whatever.
It was chewed off. And so she had to explain to me. Okay, this is what she did. She said, if you can't accept me for who I am. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. Now, this is the process of us going through our process. We hadn't even got married, but we are in the process of a wedding and all of that. And so I realized, okay, this is very sensitive to her, very sensitive. And I need to learn how to, you know, respect her process of what she's going through, because I did not understand how important this was to her. And even though, you know, I may have not understood, that still didn't give me the excuse to kind of express how I felt based on where I came from. Because, see, that's what I did. See, you know, me growing up in that type of environment, you know, where your young lady, you know, or my sisters, where they had nice straight hair, And so that was something that I was accustomed to. And that was a little thing that I had to learn quickly, y'all. I learned it so quickly. And once I learned it so quickly, you know, I was able to find my head. my head. I found my head, put it back on my shoulders, set it just right. That's probably why you guys, if you're looking at this video, sometimes my head is kind of this way. That's probably because I didn't put my head back on right.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That happened 8 years ago. Okay. So I didn't understand her process, and I didn't understand how sensitive she was in it. So I had to apologize. Did I not apologize to you?
You did.
I apologized
Constantly.
to her, and I was letting her know, because she's my wife and she's gonna be my wife to be. But at the same time, I didn't want her to not feel as if I was not going to love her and accept her for her.
Oh, I didn't care at that point, y'all.
Well, she said she didn't care, y'all. Listen.
When you are delivered from what people say, think, and approve, it's
but let me tell you something, y'all. She cared, because if she didn't care, my head would have been rolling down the steps in that apartment.
No,
so
I was
she
mad.
Cared.
No, I didn't care whether or not
she was
stayed
mad
together
and
or
she cared
not.
all that.
I would have walked away. If you couldn't get with the naps, I was gone.
Yeah, see, she wanted me. See, that's what she telling y'all. But I'm pretty sure she was like at home, like, oh God, why him? Why? No, not for real, y'all. I'm just playing.
I was over that.
No, but seriously though.
Now, before the transformation, before God,
yeah, that's right.
The divine intervention. Yeah. Before that, absolutely.
Yeah. But
I would have told you, I would have been crying.
I mean, listen, y'all, she was dead serious about that thing.
Mm.
She was like, look at him. If you don't want to get with these naps, or if you don't want to get with my hair, the way it's being manicured by God, because this is God doing my hair. He's the one that's my stylist. You see, he's the one that's my stylist right now. So you want to get the step, if you can't accept this thing here. So, we cleared it up. Did I not get it right?
You got it right.
I got it right. And when they had no money, she never had no problems out of me no more talking about say anything. But every time she asked me, babe, how my hair? Hey, your hair look good, girl. I like your hair. And then, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. It had started. Let me tell you something. Her transformation and her process, what she went through, of how God wanted to teach her how to love and accept herself as Him creating her beautiful. Fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah. And she was at that point. Let me tell you this. Her obedience helped me. Because it brought me out of that normal way of stereotyping women. It don't have to be the color. I mean, because, he had already put us together. Yeah, so to me, you was already beautiful. But it was the hair to where, that I had to transition from that way of thinking. So her obedience helped me. It helped me come up out of that stereotype looking at her hair that way and start saying, wait a minute, hold up. This is not about this connection is not about her hair. This is a spiritual thing. This is a spiritual connection. And if God is in it, God is doing it. So therefore, it doesn't matter whether or not, her hair is this way or that way. So, that helped me out.
And and the whole thing is this: God did not send my husband until I knew who I was in Christ first.
Yeah, because you could have never loved me.
Right. I could.
If you can't love yourself.
Myself, absolutely. And God would have kept
insecurities
him from me until,
Yeah.
and this is me.
Yeah.
He would have kept him until I obeyed him and started loving me.
Yeah. A lot of women, men as well. Men have some major insecurities.
More than women.
More than women. Trust me when I'm telling you. Men have
so many players.
Major insecurities. Let me tell you something. Listen, Solomon, he was the worst insecure person ever. The joker had 900 concubines and 800 wives.
But it was legal.
Why in the world what you gonna do with all them women? Whatever. What ain't even nowhere in the world. Whatever. That joker was real insecure. He had to have all of these women. See, men insecurities stems from what really, actually, really, it comes from really their upbringing. Mm-hmm. Okay, what their upbringing is, and what they have been, their surroundings, what they've been around, and it kind of triggers, in their heart. And I'm pretty sure, women probably the same way to a certain degree. But men have some major insecurities because men, they want to feel, because they're very territorial. Okay, so they want to feel like that they are the man. They want to feel like that, hey, I got this. Hey, I know what I'm doing. And a lot of times, a male insecurity, it always stems from them not knowing who they are in God.
Just like women.
If they don't know who they are in God, their insecurities are going to continue to show, and it's going to manifest. It's going to manifest. You're going to be able to see it. That's why they're going to be acting out in certain ways. If you look at a man, certain things of what he does, he's going to act out. That's because he's very insecure. Like I was insecure, about, we talked about it in the last video. I was very, in the video, I was going to feel inadequate. Why? Because I feel like I had to have myself together. But what I didn't realize is that I didn't have to have myself together. I just have to have my relationship with God together.
That's good, baby.
And if I have my relationship with God together, then therefore everything else is going to fall in place. I'm not going to feel insecure about nothing. Why? Because I know who my daddy is. My daddy know who I am. And therefore, guess what? I love him. He loves me. And therefore, he's going to connect me with the right one who's going to respect me. One who's going to love me just like she's going to love her father. So it's going to have a trickle effect. So I had to get, as long as I had my relationship with God intact, and when God visited me, or God, he intervened and told me the things that what I was doing at that time, and he corrected me. That what it did, it put me right back into a point where now I don't have to feel insecure now. I know who I am in God, but that was still my process, because God wanted to show me, in spite of what you don't have, I still will have someone for you who will still love you anyway, in spite of what you don't have.
In spite of the flaws, the
because
imperfections.
that's what I was looking at. I had to have this. I had to have that. I had to have this in line. Why? Because that's the way that I lived my life before I came into a knowledge of knowing who Christ is.
Right. And when God sends you someone, God knows everything about you. He created you.
Yeah.
So it's so cliche as he's your creator. So why do you think he would send you someone that's not perfect for you? Not perfect, but the perfect one for you. He's waiting on you, sweetie, with all your scars, all of your imperfections, all of your whatever you feel like you're inadequate in or insecure with, your face, your whatever it could be. You could be light-skinned and insecure. You could be, full figure and insecure. You could be skinny and insecure. Have you ever noticed how what you feeling insecure about, somebody else think is beautiful?
Yeah.
And vice versa?
Exactly.
Somebody want your hair and you can't stand your hair. Someone wants to be your skin color and you can't stand your skin color. Someone may want your accent and you hate the way that you talk. It's amazing. And God says, just be grateful. And understand that I don't make mistakes. Don't worry about, are these imperfections going to keep, God from sending my husband or my wife? No, but you will.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because
until you accept who you really are in Christ, you're keeping your own blessing from coming. You're keeping your own blessing from manifesting, because God is trying to get you to the process of learning who you are. Right. If you don't know who you are, you don't love who you are, how do you expect to learn and love someone else?
Right.
It's difficult, because then you bring those insecurities into a relationship. Now you're dealing with insecurities on top of the relationship, issues that you guys may have anyway, that you're going to have.
Right.
And it's like you build it on top of issues, And God say, no, let's get yourself together. Stop thinking about a man. Stop thinking about a woman. When I send them, it'll be the right time. However, I got to take you through the process to even get you ready.
A lot of people don't understand, too, is that a lot of that stems from them trying to satisfy somebody. To please them. Yeah. Okay, now listen, when you get married, let me just share this with you. When you get married and God connects two people together, he puts them together, right? You still have to understand that not only is that spouse is your husband's wife, but also that's your brother in Christ, that's your sister in Christ. Okay? Now, your first objective is first to please God. In a marriage, your first objective is to please God. Yeah. So even before you get married, your objective still is you're supposed to please God. But if you're not at that mindset to please God, relationship with God, pleasing people, relationship with people, but don't have a relationship with God and please God, then therefore this is where your insecurities is going to come. Because this is what because see, it's like you're conforming your mindset to please them instead of saying, wait a minute, hold up. They're not my creator. They're not my God. So I need to take it and flip it and say, wait a minute, God is my God. So he's the one that I should be pleasing. He's the one that I should be seeking. He's the one that is basically should have my heart, not this person, not that. Even in our marriage, I love my wife dearly, but my wife cannot come first before God. She loves me dearly, but I cannot come first before God. We have to still keep that balance. We still have to keep that thing in a way the way it's separate. Okay, guess what? I have to please God in the times that I need to please God, and the way I please God is that I have to still treat my wife right. See, all of that plays, the same way that she has to, the way she pleased God. Wait a minute, hold up. She still has to treat me right. And even in her own personal time, she still got to treat God right.
And it's not hard. You already have that.
That before you get, yes, that's it.
When you have that prior to, all you're doing is nothing has changed. Only thing that's changed is God has just added another blessing
into
your life.
That's right.
But your relationship with Him actually grows because whoever He sends you should also enhance. Right.
It's going to enhance your relationship with God. Now He going to take you through some challenges too now, because He's still a man and you ain't used to being with nobody. Why? Because you was independent. Hello.
That's
you was independent for a long time, and now you got to kind of like put some stuff to the side that you normally would do when you was single. Love the Lord. Hello. So it's one of them things where that's the wonderful part about it is that's when that process after you get, I mean, we're going to talk about that too. After you get married, what happens and the adjustments that you have to make and all of that. But right now we're talking about dealing with that.